Yo, what up? She Just Rocks. Well, my name is Murray, but my page is called She Just Rocks. But I didn't really have anything to talk about, but I'm going to talk about Basic Instinct, the fourth album from my fave, Ciara. Um, it came out December 14th, 2010, so make sure you go cop that before I pop you. It's like I want to do that. But well, basically, the idea around this album was that, basically taking it back to the basics. It was for us, her fans, and things of that nature. And my honest opinion is that she probably put her own personal ideas on hold for this album, you know, to take it back to the basics. I know she has some other ideas in there. I'm not saying it's not a bad album, nothing like that, because I got me 3.5 copies. I say 3.5 because iTunes charged me twice. Not, I had to took all the money off my card. I was like, okay, nice. But anyways, it's a good album. Um, my favorites. Actually, I have a lot of favorites on there, but from when I first heard like the snippets and stuff, my favorite was like Heavy Rotation. That one was just like hooked me like immediately from like 30 seconds. And of course, you got Ride, you got Give Me That, You Got Me, in which she went off, went some people's heads, but we're not gonna comment on that. Um Ride, which was, you know, banned on BT, but it still got a lot of, buzz, stuff like that. Um but this album didn't do as well in reference to numbers and stuff, but I don't care because I'm not a fan of quantity. I'm a fan of quality. And if you give me good music, I'll listen to it, I'll buy it. If you don't, have a nice day, you know? Um, and the numbers have, well, actually, people have been shading her since she started, which I don't know why. I mean, the child's a sweetheart. I mean, I never met her or nothing like that, but, people have commented on the fact that she's a sweetheart, probably one of the most humble people in the industry. And I don't know why people they give these jerks and assholes all this praise, but when it comes to nice people, they want to just step all over them. And I think she's got the heaviest shade. I say 2010 basically. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, why do you sit on a computer, you know, all day, for one, talking about someone whose shoe can pay your rent 3 times over. Secondly, who has a job and a life, but you don't because apparently you sit behind your computer all day. And three, someone you don't like. I mean, I'm not a fan of some artists, but I don't sit on Twitter all day talking about them. For one, I have a life. I go to school, I'm trying to find a job, but that's another story. But I'm trying to go to school. I've got to get my life future together and all that. But if I don't like you, I'm not gonna sit there and talk about you all day because that's retarded. Like, half of these people know more about Ciara than her actual fans do. It's like, her chart positions, her airplay updates, all this stuff before we do. Heck, before she even knows it, probably. It's like, it's crazy. I mean, she said herself, Team Ciara will go off in like 2 seconds for her. And I'll admit, I don't do the dragon stuff because, I never have. But for those who in Team Ciara who do, it's like freaking hilarious. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'll be sitting there laughing the entire time. It's just funny as crap. I mean, um, because for one, it's these people that it's just no reason. I shouldn't comment on their looks because some people just, you have the nerve calling someone unattractive, but you look at your Twit con, it's either not you or if it is, it's. Sorry about that. But I mean, lately she's just been catching shade from, like everybody feel like it's like, what did she do to y'all? I mean, you act like the child pushed your grandmother in front of a speeding bus coming down a hill and just sat there and laughed and didn't do nothing about it. Like, she ain't done nothing to you. And it's like, you know, she caught hell for like people like, oh, she doesn't defend herself. She's so nice and naive and all this stuff. She doesn't defend herself. And then the second she does, oh, she's unprofessional. She's a human. She's got feelings. She's gonna defend herself. She's not gonna sit there and be like, let people just talk crap about her all day and her not gonna say any. She's not gonna say anything about it. It's like, that's crazy. But you know, I don't know with some people sometimes, honestly. I mean, and then, with this Basic Instinct album, it's rumors swirling all over the place that, the label ain't like it, so they didn't support it, and she had to pay for it herself. I mean, and if she did, that gives me, like, heaps more respect for her. She's like, look, because it almost, if that is the case, the label not liking the album, therefore not supporting it, it's almost just saying, like, almost like a fuck your fans type thing. It's like, I don't care what they want. I don't like it, so I'm not going to support it. It's just crazy. She's like, well, she literally probably put her career in jeopardy fast. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to drop or nothing like that, because that would be stupid of them. But she has a lot more respect. I already had a whole bunch of respect for her anyways, because, I look up to her, not just musically, because as a person, I mean, she's strong. She's gone through a lot, that we really as fans don't know about. She knows a lot behind the scenes, and just in general, this industry nowadays, they tend to, you know, put the really talented people on the back burner. They tend to, it just seems now labels have gone to the quantity more than quality. Their attention spans have gotten shorter along with the consumers, and it's just crazy. It's like, you got these talented people out here, but you don't do nothing when you sign them and then let them sit and like fend for themselves. Like, why did you sign them? Why are you wasting their time? I see how people like to stay independent, because like, look, I'm my own boss. I get my own money. I don't have to worry about you trying to conform me into something I'm not. It's just like, and if that's like, if you don't do what the label says, they either drop you, they cut your budget, or they just don't give a shit about you. I mean, it's simple as that. It's just, this industry's just gone crazy. I mean, it's become less about the talent and more about how much money you can get me. It's sad. I mean, and my other fave, Chris Breezy, he's gonna be dropping his album, I think, sometime in the next couple months or so. Fame, maybe Fame and Fortune, if he does the to this thing like he mentioned on Twitter the other day. And I mean, he had a bad year with that Rihanna stuff, and people still don't let it go. It's like, she forgave him and she was the one directly involved in it. Like, let it go. He did his time. He did his classes. He let the man do what he does. Let the man be great. Like, because again, he's doing more than you. He makes more money than you. Stop trying to live vicariously through these celebrities, because for one, they ain't paying your rent, they ain't paying your bills, they ain't paying you tuition, they ain't paying nothing for you. So why are you living vicariously through them? Like, let them live. They have dreams like you. Well, at least I'd hope you have dreams. But they have dreams. They just trying to do something good in the world. And he's doing well. I mean, his mixtape joint with Tyga and Kevin McCall, Deuces, that joint just shot up the R&B charts. Did some damage. And yeah, 3 times is doing good. I heard No BS is starting to do pretty well too. So I mean, let the man do what he does. I mean, I got he just dropped In My Zone 2 a few weeks back. A few weeks back? I don't remember. But he dropped that, and it's pretty decent. I mean, so far my favorites are AWOL, Life Itself, and Miss Breezy. I was just listening to Miss Breezy earlier today, though. But it's like, people, if these celebrities make one mistake, it is magnified like a million times. It's like, they're still human. They make mistakes. I mean, they're not gods. They're not like immortal. they make mistakes, and the fact that you amplify them is just like it's one of them things like it makes you if you have to admit your own mistakes. No one likes to do that. So you can magnify someone else's mistake because you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror and confront your mistakes and things you've probably done wrong. Your imperfections. I'm not perfect. You ain't perfect. The chick down the street ain't perfect. Nobody is. So, stop it. Stop acting like you are holier than thou and are just perfect. No, because it's not true. So, I mean, I'm hoping, 2011 can be great for both of my faves, Ciara and Chris Brown, because they are very talented people. I need to make another song together and a video because that video will just like crush everybody's life. As the dancing is just murderous. And honestly don't know what's gonna happen with Basic Instinct this year. I don't know. But it don't matter because I still love it, the album, no matter where it goes or what they do with it. And I'm glad she made something that she's gonna put directly towards her fans. And for her fifth album, I want her to do what she wants to do. Give her a pen and pad because that child can write. And let her just do what she does. I mean, everybody's talking about, oh, I want her to do this. I want her to have this image. I want her to go in this direction. Like, what about what she wants to do? It's her career. It's her album. She has to make the decisions on that. And I will buy it whenever it comes out. I will be getting her fifth album. It's just it's just sad to see what she's going through right now. Whatever it is, I really hope it gets situated and figured out, and she's able to be promoted to her full potential because she has a lot, and she's underrated as crap. But what can you do about that? And what else I was getting ready to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was talking about the fifth album. Yeah. It's like, I don't want her to do some, generic pop album just to get some hits. I don't want her to sell herself in that regard, to make a couple hits. I mean, if she can make music that is relatable to her, that comes directly from her heart, wherever, and she can get hits from that, I'm all with it. But I don't want her to sit up there and sell out her sound to make some hits. I just don't like that. I do not like when artists do that. It just bugs me. If that's what you want to do, fine, but personally, it's just like, why? I mean, this industry has been overtaken by pop. Some of it better than others. And I'll admit I like some of it, I like some of it because sometimes you don't want to be all serious and, just want to be happy and have no care in the world. So it's up with that. And keep throwing shade at Ciara and C Breezy because they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. They're doing better than you. Heck, they're doing better than me, so seriously. It just makes them stronger. They say if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. They have plenty of them. So, haters, keep doing your job. Fans, keep doing yours too. Requests, buy, music, all of that. Because, we as fans, we make these artists who they are in that regard. So, big ups to Team Ciara and Team Breezy. And I'm out.